In this video, I'm going to show you what is EC2 User Data. So click on EC2. If you don't have favorite here, you can search and then choose. Then once you come here, click on launch instance. Give it a name and then choose OS. Instance type T2 micro would be fine. So one virtual CPU and 1 GB memory. And then click on key pair. If you don't have the one, then you can click on create new key pair. And then go with .pem. If you have putty, then choose .vpk. Then just download the key and then go to network settings. So choose your VPC and subnet and enable public IP, and then select security group as well. Then once you do that, if you scroll down, you can click on advanced data. Here I'm choosing 8 GB only. If you click on advanced details, just scroll down. We're going to discuss these things later. And then you can see user data. So what is user data? So if you want to install something while creating this instance, then you can give it here. Then it's going to install those tools inside the machine. So we can call it the bootstrap as well, and it runs only once. If you're gonna create it now, then you can put the data. Then once you stop and start instance, it's not gonna rerun this. So it runs only just once while creating the instance only. And then I'm gonna give it as bin bash, and then I'm going to run apt update. I'm going to install Docker as well. For that, I'm going to do curl. Of course, you can install Docker in many ways. Just do docker.com and bash. I'm going to create a file just to test. Ubuntu test.txt. Maybe I'm gonna put some content in it. Echo hello Ubuntu, and then I'm going to redirect. I'm fine with this. That looks fine. It's gonna run apt update, then install Docker, then create launch instance. So you're done. That's the user data actually. So it runs while booting only, and it runs only once while creating your instance. Then copy this one. The use cases for that, if you want to install something quickly, maybe you created auto scaling. Later we are going to discuss this. When you're using auto scaling groups, you're going to use launch templates. Launch template is nothing but it's a template for instance. So what to choose, which network, key pair, what to install in it, so everything. So that's a template. We're going to discuss that as well. So in those cases we can use user data. If I choose public IP, let's go to downloads. We need to change the key pair permission. So I'm gonna say it's chmod 600. That's EC2. I think was the key pair name. EC2 delete on capital EC. Okay. That's fine. Then run the command sh -i, give the key name, and then default username is Ubuntu. Let me increase the font size and put the public IP. Now we are in. let's do sudo su. If I run docker, now I can see because I installed docker through EC2 User Data. And you can check that as well. EC2 comes with EC2 Metadata. So if you run EC2 Meta-data, okay, you need to install this one. Just copy paste it. Before that, apt update. That's fine. Oh, still that's fine. Let me rerun EC2 metadata. I think, yeah, this is the command. Actually, I'm sorry for that. So this is the command. So if you check this, if you run this command EC2 metadata, you can see which public key you used for it, and then you can see your user data as well. So we use /bin bash. The /n means that's a new line. So this is the commands we run. You can do for EC2 metadata, you can run the command curl http 169.254.169.254 and then latest /meta-data. So this is the one we can get from official documents as well. So if you run it, it used to work actually. So earlier they used to use IMDSV1, that's an instance metadata version 1, but they upgrade to version 2 from security concerns. Then in that case, what you can do, you can run this command to generate a token because you already logged in. So it generated a token, then it's going to use the token. So we can retrieve that. You can check EC2, I think, user data. Now you can see this is what we ran. So here we can see that file as well we created. So this is how you can use user data. You can call it we can call it as a bootstrapping as well. So that runs only once while creating. And now what I'm going to do, you can run the command df-h to see the storage. So you got 6.8, but out of this 4.3 is available. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull a large Docker image, this one. Then I'm going to show you how to increase the storage if you run out of it. So Docker pull. This is a very huge image actually. You can say 3.622 GB. Let's see. I just want to get no space left in the disk. So if I get that, I can show you how to increase the volume size and then come back to this Linux, and we need to run some commands to increase the disk size and partition size, and then we need to modify file system as well. So I'm going to show that. So if you run this command, you can see the output like this. So here you can see if you run maybe I'll show you if you run lsblk as well. Let me finish this one. So meanwhile, let me open new terminal and then go to downloads, sh-i EC2 delete tune, username is Ubuntu, and pop. Oops. Yeah, actually it's been done. Now we can see that no space left on device. So if I do df-h now, oops, it has to be updated because I don't know. Let me rerun. Docker images. Okay, The thing is, it was trying to pull that image, but we do not have enough space. Then it didn't pull anything, so we still have those. But we got this error. We can see no space left. That means on the drive we don't have any space in it. Then if you receive this message, how you can do, you can increase the size. So before that, if I do lsblk, so if you run this command, you can see the drive name xvda, it's 8 GB drive disk, and you can see here disk, and here you can see the partition xvda1. So you can differentiate between them. Then if you go to AWS again, click on EC2, then storage, and then you can see the volume. So it has 8 GB. So it's not enough for us. We need to increase it. And remember, once you increase the size of EBS volume, you can't decrease it, but you can increase it. Then click on modify volume, and then I'm gonna go with 16. Yeah, if I go with 7, it says that the size of the volume can only be increased, not decreased. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it 20. I'm okay with this IAPS. Click on modify. Once you modify, you're done with the AWS side. So go back and rerun the command lsblk. Now you can see 20 GB disk size. So earlier it was 8 GB only. You have increased this disk size, but you need to increase the partition size as well. Here you can see still 7 GB only. And then how you're going to do, you can run the command growpart /dev and give the partition name xvda1, right? xvda1. If you receive the error, xvda space and then 1. Now it shows that disk size has been modified. Rerun the command lsblk, and now we can see that 19 as xvda1's partitions. If you ask me where is the 100 MB or something else, then it goes to the temporary files and other stuff. Actually 1 GB. So you can see the boot and everything. That's why I'm not going to discuss that. We have increased the partition size as well, but if you rerun it, the docker command, docker pull image, still it's gonna say the same thing. Meanwhile, I'll connect it to the terminal, turn to the machine on different terminal. Let's copy this public IP. Where is that? Go back. And do sudo su. If I run the command df-h, it says it uses 70%. Let it, but still you can see 6.8 GB only. It's now 78%. Once it reaches 100%, it's gonna say no space left. Of course, we increase the size, but still we increased size on at AWS and at disk and partition level, but we didn't change file system. So we need to update the file system as well. Then only you can have that 20 GB or 19 GB available here. That's fine. If I rerun it, yeah, now we got the error, no space left. So now what we can do, let's do lsblk again, and then you can run the command resize to fs and space /dev xvda1. Okay, no space. For resize to fs, no space. Now it's been increased. If we run the command again, now we can see 16 GB is available, 19 GB is total size. Now you can pull that image. So this is the reason I chose a bigger image. Now it's gonna work. This is how you can do this in real time as well. Hopefully this is going to hopefully this file is gonna be this Docker image is gonna be less than 20 GB. If I rerun, it's available 13 GB. It's used 5.6 so far. I hope you got the point, so you don't need to wait. So this is how you can increase the size. So whenever you receive while running some commands, if you are using Docker Compose something else, if you receive no space left in the disk, then you can increase the size this way. But remember, once you increase it, you can't decrease it. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. You can try it yourself.